one.
Just gonna take that, Millicent, just kind of put it over here and let everybody know that I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Millie.
And today we're gonna teach you guys how to make a cool craft based on a new video game coming out this month. What game would that be, Millicent?
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2!
Garden Warfare
What?
2!
Yes.
All right. So Millie, would you like to learn what cool materials you need to make this craft?
Yeah, but aren't you forgetting something to tell us?
Like what?
What's the craft?
Oh yeah! Okay, check it out. It's super cool.
Okay.
We are gonna make super awesome, super hip hair bows / bow ties that really shows off your Plants vs. Zombies spirit. All right, the first thing you're gonna need is your primary color in a thick cotton, preferably a quilter's cotton because it really holds its shape. I chose purple because my character is gonna be Super Brains from the new Garden Warfare 2. Millie, what's your primary color?
Mine is red because I'm choosing Rose, who's a new character.
New character Rose! All right, so you're gonna get a rectangle of that. Then the next thing you need is a secondary color. And what's that? The secondary color is bigger than the primary color. How confusing is that? Why would a secondary color be bigger than the primary? You're gonna find out later in this video. Yours is green.
Yeah, oh, green.
Nope, I think you got it right the first time. Green!
Green.
So Millie's got red and green for Rose. I've got purple and yellow for Super Brains. And that's gonna be the meat of it. And now we're gonna get into some of the optional stuff. So Millie and I went and picked out these cute buttons. And they have the little loop back on the back, and that means they're easy to sew in. And this can be a cute, fun way to tie the whole thing together in the middle where the bow gets the smallest. Another thing we picked up is some ribbon. Millie, I think, is gonna finish hers off with a little bit of ribbon. And finally, when it comes to tools, you want something to cut with that we're gonna be super safe with, right? So if you don't feel comfortable using scissors or a rotary cutter, then you can ask an adult to help you. Needle and thread, again, a little bit of advanced level stuff. And the last thing you need, and it really helps, is to have a ruler or a straight edge so that you can cut your perfect rectangles. So now, Millie, the only thing we need to do is for the next several minutes, sit here in quiet contemplative silence and sew our rectangles. But you know what? You're my best friend. So you know what I did?
What?
I sewed them for you yesterday. Basically, you want to take your rectangle, fold it in half, so it's more of a squarish rectangle, and then you want to sew all along the sides and leave a little gap right at the top. What you want to do is take this gap right here, and you want to pull it inside out so that the pretty side shows. And then you've got a nice rectangle of fabric with no stitches showing and the pretty side of the fabric. You see how this is a big rectangle?
Yep.
See how rectangles have corners? Right here? If you use scissors or a cutter and you cut those corners off, then when you turn it inside out, it's gonna look a lot neater. You don't wanna cut off the corner with the little gap.
So on both of them?
Yes, on anything like that. In fact, Millie, that's just a good rule of sewing. Whenever you sew a corner on anything and you're gonna turn it inside out, you wanna cut that corner. So if you'll go ahead and turn those inside out for me, Millie.
Okay, let's do this corner right.
Through the big gap. So I pull it like this and just keep pulling from the inside like that. So once you've got it, Millie, you're gonna wanna pull all the corners so that you get that nice crisp corner that you just trimmed to make sure it looks all neat.
Oh.
And then at the end of it, you've got kind of a little puffy rectangle. Basically, see how it's kind of puffy like a little pillow? But that's how you want it. And the nice thing is that if you're a beginner sewer, this is a great project for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. Look, mine are not perfect. They're a little bit wonky. Now that we've got our puffy rectangles, Millie, this is when the actual sewing comes in. Okay, so once you have your needle threaded, this is the fun part before the hard part. Ready? You're gonna take your two rectangles and you're gonna start accordion folding them. You just fold it over and then under, and then over, and then under, like that.
I've done this before.
Yeah! And you know what, Millie? The greatest part about using this fun, our lucky green mat that we always use for our projects is that I can count these squares and see exactly where the center of my little fold is. And that's where I'm gonna put just a couple real quick, real easy, non-hurting myself stitches. I'm just gonna put a couple more stitches. Really doesn't need to be precise, just needs to be enough to hold it together.
Wow.
See? Doesn't that look like a bow?
But it's missing something.
What is it missing?
It's like missing this part and the ribbon.
Well, we're gonna get there, Millicent. We're gonna get there. All right, you ready to stitch yours? I believe in you. While Millie's doing that, I'm gonna be affixing my super fun zombie skull and crossbones button right to the front. Pull it out. Good job, Millie. You're doing it, Millie. You're doing it. Everybody be proud of Millicent. Now I'm gonna leave your needle and thread in there because you wanted to add ribbon, right? Millie's gonna do hers a little bit differently than I'm gonna do mine. So you would take your ribbon, you would just put around just enough to kind of overlap at the top. Cut that part off. That's the ribbon that you need. Let me do one more stitch so that the two ties are at the same place, which is right there. Millie, yours looks so good. So here's Millie's, here's mine. And in just a second, we're gonna show you what they look like with the charms, and it's gonna be so awesome. All right, so with the charms, you can sew them like we're about to, or you can glue them too. If you wanted to, just use fabric glue. It's totally up to you, but I figure we've gotten this far with sewing. We're gonna take it all the way. All right, so Millicent, are you ready to see your rose-themed Plants vs. Zombies hair bow / bow tie?
Why not?
Ta-da!
Ooh.
Right?
So cute.
So look, put it right. That's pretty big for a bow tie for you. I feel like for me it would be like, you know, it's like, all right, just living the life. What do you think of mine? Like it?
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. So I'm gonna put a bobby pin in it, and that way I can just kind of put it like right on top right there.
I want to put it like right here.
You know, that's a really good idea. I didn't think about that, but you could also attach it to a headband and just wear it on the top of your head, or you could just balance it like Millie does. I'm gonna be amazed if you can keep that up there for the rest of the video. And finally, if you take a piece of ribbon or fabric and attach it from the center outwards, that's how you can turn it into a bow tie. And if anybody at home makes this craft, we'd love for you guys to send us pictures of how you used your bow accessory.
Yeah, be pretty cool.
Well, Millicent, I think this has been a successful day of crafting. Oh, but not as successful of a day of balancing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, please subscribe to Game Kids, and you can also check out our other show, Sim Sisters. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys!